Okay guys, I'm gonna go in here and try to get my Tokay Gecko Maddie. I've got her hanging out in the bathroom while I did some stuff to her enclosure. I had it as a bioactive setup, but I was having way too much of a problem keeping track of what she was and was not eating. The animals and the insects were getting behind the backdrop and burrowing in the dirt, and she wasn't really hunting them like I hoped she would. So found quite a few super worms in there today, burrowed into the dirt and behind the foam backdrop that I had in there. So I've been keeping her in the bathroom while I changed out her enclosure to a more kind of a clinical clean setup so that I can monitor her food more. She is wild caught. And I've only had her for a couple of weeks now, probably maybe 5, 6 weeks at the most. I've only handled her 3 or 4 times. I try to take her out of the enclosure the times I do to clean and to get in there and do something. Most of the time she's on her log here, and I'm able to take her out without actually having to physically manhandle her. And then I'm able to get her from the log onto my hand with not too much effort, and then I've been able to interact with her a little bit on my hand, but I have been wearing gloves. So like I said, she's in the bathroom right now. I just let her kind of have the room of the run of the place. I have a small bathroom there off of my master bedroom, and I make sure everything is put away and everything is wiped down with Reptisafe, any surfaces I think she may climb on. And then most of the time she hangs out right there on the cool sink and just waits for me to come back and try to corral her back into her enclosure. So I'm going to try to go into the bathroom real quick and grab her, and then when I come back, we will be putting her back in her new setup here. So I'm just going to grab my gloves, and then I'm going to go hopefully quickly grab Maddie. Alright, I use these gloves. They still give me enough dexterity that I can handle her. There's enough cushion that I don't have to squeeze her or put too much pressure on her if I have to hold her and she's trying to bite me. And she's gotten me a couple of good times on my fingers when I first got her, and I can't really feel it. So you can feel the pressure, but there's really no pain or any issues with that. So these pretty much nullify it, but there's been quite a few occasions where she tries to comb my arm, and I definitely try to make all attempts to keep her away from my face, because at this point she is still quite nippy. Like I said, she's wild caught. I try to talk to her and spend time with her near her enclosure every day to get her more used to me and my voice and my presence, but she still definitely thinks of me most of the time as somebody that's trying to grab her up and catch her, like I'm sure she felt the first time she was snatched out of the wild, and she was just going along with her nice peaceful life. So anyway, I'm going to go try to grab her now, and we'll be right back, and we'll continue with the video. Okay, we have successfully gotten Maddie. Here you can see her. She is a beautiful Tokay gecko. I'm trying to film this with my camera on my tripod, so I really don't know how close or how far away you guys can see her, or if the camera is focusing at all. But she is very keyed in on me right now. She is watching me. I try to keep her away from anything she can jump to too easily, because she will flee the scene without much notice. But she just got through shedding, and she looks incredibly beautiful right now. She has some really incredible, beautiful colors, some lighter blue spots in between her orange spots, but she's really looking good. When I first got her, she had a lot of stuck shed on her. She was really underweight. I got her from a local pet store, but they got her from somebody that they get other animals that this person breeds, and they just happened to come across this wild caught Tokay. It wasn't something they normally dealt with, and the guy at the pet shop and me have a pretty good relationship, so he let me know he had her, and I had been looking for him for a while. I was hoping to get a captive bred baby, but I jumped at the chance to take her because I knew she wasn't doing well, and I knew I could give her a good home, and I had the time to really monitor her and try to get her weight back. So she's doing really good. As you can see now, her breathing is completely calmed. She is not being defensive at all. She's kind of checking things out right now. She's looking around my room, but she's so much calmer. I mean, when I first got her, she couldn't stand to be anywhere near me or my hand or really anybody that would come into my room. She would get really defensive, snapped, barked, made a lot of bluff bites, and a lot of for real bites. She just didn't make contact. But her demeanor and her attitude and her mood has calmed down so much. Now the hard part is trying to get her back into her enclosure. Usually that doesn't go as well. See, now she's starting to roam around on my hand. She's licked to me a few times. She's definitely, she's probably looking for someplace to jump to right now, but she's not breathing heavy. She's not exhibiting the behavior. Oh, now she's about to jump. There she goes. Wow. Good job, Maddie. All right, well, I got her again. She definitely put up quite the challenge that time. Oh, I did not expect her. I should have known geckos are notorious for, once they get those two back legs positioned beside their torso, they're most likely going to jump. They're just looking for a landing spot. I did not see that coming, and that was bad on me because she Geronimo'd right onto the floor. I'm already out of breath from trying to get her because I did not want her to get. The main thing when she gets away is I'm not worried about her hurting me, especially with the gloves on, but I'm worried about her getting hurt. I do not want her to get hurt or hurt herself while she's trying so desperately to get away from me, because at that time she's definitely going to flight or fight mode. She thinks I'm going to hurt her. Her breathing's calmed back down again, but her legs are perched in that mode where she's ready to jump. But I don't think she's going to right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put her back in the enclosure before we have that happen again. So here we go, Maddie. Here's your new home. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, you son of a bitch. You got me. Okay, now this time we're gonna take a little bit more careful. Like I'm holding her very gently, but enough so that she cannot escape from me, because that did not go well. Now come on, Maddie. Yeah, go back home, sweetie. Ah, there we go. Success. She is back in her enclosure with no damage to her. Quite a few bites to the gloves, but no damage to me, or definitely didn't inflict any kind of pain, no marks. This is the way to go when you're starting to try to handle your Tokay gecko. And now I will definitely not leave her. I will leave her alone for at least the next 5 to 7 days without trying to touch her, handle her. I will continue to talk to her every day, and what I will try to do is put my hand inside of her enclosure as close to her as I can get without her going to a defensive posture or getting her breath up, and I will try to hold it there for 5 to 7 minutes or so, just to get her more used to my scent, my presence, and just let her get the idea that I am not there to hurt her, that I'm not going to try to cause her any pain, that I'm just there for good things. I'm there to feed her, I'm there to make sure she has the right moisture in her cage, and but I try to spend a few minutes every day associating her with my voice, my scent, and my presence of my hand inside of her enclosure. So thanks you guys for watching. Stay tuned. This is Will. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned. I will be posting more videos in the future. Thanks guys.